Could we see a Knoxville Nationals hangover for Donny Schatz? We'll look at the numbers today, plus who will fill in with the McGhee 11, and the weekend ahead for Lucas, the Outlaws, All-Stars, and more. Let's go. It's Friday, August 19th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTcar Daily. The Jackson Nationals were supposed to get started last night, but a band of storms rolled through and the track and series were forced to cancel the night's racing. We'll see if they can have some better luck tonight. When we previewed the event on yesterday's show, we talked about car count, and some out there thought that things might be a little bit light on that front, but that didn't end up being the case. Before the rain came, they had 40 cars signed in, which is more than last year when it paid more to win. The Midwest contingent in the field includes guys like J.J. Hickle, Tim Kading is in the Lunstra 3, Brooke Tatnell, Brady Forbork, Matt Jewell, and Ian Madsen, among others. We've also got Anthony Macri, Kevin Thomas Jr., Kerry Madsen, and Marcus Dumsney. And that's on top of all of the full-time Outlaw guys and a bunch of the names we talked about yesterday. So a stout group is there when racing does finally get underway. I tweeted out a bunch of numbers and stats yesterday about this event and about the series. And one of those was that Donny Schatz is entering the weekend with 7 straight top 4 finishes, which includes wins at Weed Sport and then obviously the Nationals. He's also led laps in 4 of those races. I didn't pick him to win yesterday, but it did get me to thinking about any possible Knoxville Nationals win hangover. I've got Nationals races in the DIRTtracker.com analytics database since 2017. So here is how guys have done in the races after they've won the Nationals. Schatz won in 2017, and then he did win the next race at River Cities as well. Brad Sweet won in 2018, and then won again 3 nights later after Schatz took victories at River Cities and Red River Valley. Sweet was still good in those other races. In 2019, after Gravel won the Nationals, he did the same as Sweet. He won 3 nights later, was also fast in those races afterwards. There was technically no Nationals in 2020, but Kyle Larson was on one hell of a streak that year. He won 5 times in 6 races around the Knoxville Nationals, including both shows after Knoxville. And then last year in 2021, Larson won the Nationals, but didn't race the following week. So I wouldn't assume there will be any ill effects or a hangover here from Schatz after getting win number 11 at Knoxville. He could very much be a factor this weekend at Jackson. You can watch the World of Outlaws, as always, all season long over on DIRTvision, and that will be true this weekend. I also had a question about whether the Jackson Nationals were part of the yearly Fast Pass versus the monthly. I think things are completely back to normal now. The Knoxville Nationals are kind of a separate deal. So if you have the monthly Fast Pass, you have the yearly Fast Pass, you should be able to watch the Outlaws shows going forward. The Nationals is kind of that one weird one on the schedule that's like that. In the racing, we did get complete on Thursday. Matt Shepard again dominated the Super DIRTcar Series with a flag-to-flag win at Brewerton, topping Adam Pearson and Jimmy Phelps. Shepard now has a stranglehold on the championship standings going forward. And with Mars last night, Chris Simpson topped Ryan Unzicker and Chad Simpson for the win at Dubuque. The Mars late models have 2 more stops this weekend with Jason Fager and Unzicker fighting it out right now in the points. And up at Bloomsburg Fair, Briggs Danner bagged another USAC East Coast Sprint Car win. That series moves over to Selinsgrove Speedway tonight. Now, if you want high-paying late model racing this weekend, look no further than Topless 100 at Batesville Motor Speedway. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series will be joined for the 2 nights by the Comp Cam's Super Dirt Series, with racing culminating on Saturday with a $50,000 to win main event. Things get rolling tonight with a complete program that pays $5,000 to the winner. Hudson O'Neill is the defending Topless 100 winner. He led 62 laps a year ago and topped Jonathan Davenport and Brandon Overton. Jimmy Owens was the event winner in 2020. Owens also owns the best average finish at the track over the previous 5 races, sitting at 2nd. Over that stretch of races, he has 3 wins, a 2nd, and a 5th, and this could be a good place for a bounce back for the 20 team after they finished 13th and 21st a week ago at Florence. In the Lucas Championship standings, Tim McGhee has continued to pull away with Brandon Shepard, now 200 back. If you want a win pick for tonight, the DIRTtracker.com analytics prediction formula likes Jonathan Davenport, and I'm not sure how you go against that right now, so I'm going to agree. Davenport obviously been on one heck of a run here lately. Lucas is live this weekend over on Flow Racing. And speaking of National Late Model Touring Series, the World of Outlaws late models are in Pennsylvania and Ohio for 3 stops this weekend. They're at Williams Grove, Sharon, and Tri-City. Dennis Erb Jr. is definitely just on his way to the championship here. I don't see how either of these guys behind him are going to run him down. Tanner English right now, second, 164 out. Max Blair, third, 184 out. Running out of races. Herb's consistency is just going to be the thing that earns him the championship this season. The Outlaws' 3 previous trips to the Grove have been won by Greg Satterley and Brandon Shepard. Obviously, don't have to worry about Brandon Shepard this weekend. Ryan Gustin won at Sharon earlier this season, and there hasn't been an Outlaw race at Tri-City since 2010. The formula likes Satterley to repeat tonight, and I don't see any reason to not agree with that. I think the locals could really shine tonight at Williams Grove. All 3 Outlaw races this weekend will be streamed over on DIRTvision. In other late model news from yesterday, entries for the World 100 opened up, and we've already got 5 confirmed drivers, with Kent Robinson, Dale McDowell, Hudson O'Neill, John Blankenship, and Jonathan Davenport hitting that entry form early and often there. The World 100 at Eldora takes place September 7th through the 10th. Remember, we'll also have the Dream makeup that weekend as well. After a couple of weeks off, the AllStar Circuit of Champions is back, and they begin a stretch of 8 races in 10 days, starting tonight at Outlaw Speedway and continuing through the weekend with races at Utica Rome and Weedsport. Before the break, Tyler Courtney had extended his championship lead to 106 over Justin Peck, and that 7BC team looks like they are in a very good position to repeat their championship success from a year ago. We will have a shakeup in the top 5 in the standings, with Parker Price Miller sitting out because of his injuries and that recovery from what happened at Knoxville. Cap Henry, Zeb Wise, and Hunter Schoenberg will all bump up into that top 5 now, with PPM sitting out races. The Sam McGhee team announced yesterday that Corey Eliason will drive the 11 this weekend, with Anthony Macri then taking the wheel during the Pennsylvania races and at Sharon. I would not be surprised to see either of those guys win in the coming days. That 11 car's been fast, and we know Eliason and Macri can win at these racetracks. The All-Stars haven't visited any of these tracks since 2019. Brock Zierfoss was the winner that year at Outlaw. Aaron Reitzel won at Utica Rome, and Danny Dietrich won the last stop at Weedsport. For tonight, the prediction formula likes Sunshine, and I'll agree the All-Stars can be watched over on Flow Racing as well. A couple of other notable races for you this weekend. The Silver Crown Series has 2 shows. They've got one today, one tomorrow. One is on pavement. The one today is on pavement, and the one tomorrow is on dirt. Today, they are at the Worldwide Technology Raceway as part of the IndyCar weekend, and then Saturday, they will take on the Illinois State Fairgrounds for the Bettenhausen 100. Cody Swanson currently leads at Logan Seavey and CJ Leary in the Silver Crown standings. Swanson has 2 wins on the season and leads the series in that category. There are almost 100 shows across the streaming platforms coming up over the weekend. That includes the Jackson Nationals on DIRTvision, the All-Stars, Topless 100, and Silver Crown over on Flow Racing. There's also a ton of local and regional racing coming up as well. To see the full daily streaming schedule through the weekend with links to watch, head over to DIRTtracker.com/watch tonight. As of this morning, we are sitting at 7,720 YouTube subscribers. That is super cool. I would like to still get to 10,000 by the end of the year, so that means we need just a little bit less than 2,300 more. So if you watch this show and you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. You can also hit the like button below. That helps out. And make sure you are subscribed on your favorite podcast app if that's where you tune into the show. I had someone on Twitter recently ask me whether I care whether they watch it on YouTube or listen to the podcast. And honestly, you guys do whatever works for you. If that means listening on the podcast, if that means watching on YouTube, I don't care either way. I just like that you guys are tuned in, and I try to make it as easy as possible for you guys to do that. So that's why it's available across all the podcast platforms and YouTube as well. So thanks everybody that tunes in and subscribes already. That's it for the show today. Have a good dirt racing weekend. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We'll be back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.